Good morning, encouragers. Welcome back to the encouragHER community podcast. We are continuing our series on 21 biblical truths that you can declare over your life. And today we are on number 15. I love number 15. Number 15 says, I can shift the atmosphere. I can shift the atmosphere. Now, remember, when we're using these I statements, we are remembering that it's not because we're so great. It's not because we're so good. It's not because we're so powerful that we can do these things. It's through the leading of the Holy Spirit. So don't get it twisted. He can shift the atmosphere, and we get to be a part of that. What does this mean, shifting the atmosphere? So it made me think about when we go to the ocean. It is scientifically proven, God's design, that when you go towards actually any body of water, but specifically the ocean, that the energy and the air near the ocean, because of the crashing waves, has positive ions in it. Positive ions in the air actually calms your spirit, brings you more peace and more joy. It's why humans are literally drawn to just sit on a beach. Have you ever thought about how kind of bizarre that is? We've done a whole podcast series in the past about Eve and how she is the mother of all living, and her name actually meant water. And we as women have an energy when we enter a room. Men do as well. But we can bring a positive energy, we can bring a negative energy, we can bring truth and light, or we can bring darkness. We're capable of all of it. And it's not to say that as believers, we walk around the world and we're always happy, happy, joy, joy. That's not what this declaration is saying. But it is saying that you can shift the atmosphere. And what are we called to do? We're called to bring truth and light into the world. And the only way, again, that we can do that in our humanness is through the leading of the Holy Spirit. So we need to rely upon the Holy Spirit in order to do this. But it brings me to Galatians. And we can bring things like kindness and joy and love and peace and patience, even self-control, a spirit of self-control, into an atmosphere of a moment or a relationship or a conversation because of the fruit of the Spirit that's been placed in us. Galatians 5:22 says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control, and against all things there is no law. We have the ability to bring light and love out into the world, the light of God, the truth, the gentleness and of the Spirit, the goodness, patience, peace, whatever it is the moment is needing. We ask the Holy Spirit, what are we to bring through your presence today? Does this person that I'm getting together for lunch with need peace? Do they need more joy? Do they need just a calm presence? Often people just need an ear. We are asked to a higher, more eternal way of living, not this earthy way of living. We're called to not get super stuck in gossip or negativity or toxic environment, because we are called to more. So we can actually be an agent of change in that moment. We can actually shift the atmosphere by praying and asking the Lord to help us do so. So again, not because we're so great, but because we're called to more. We can shift the atmosphere. Rely upon the Holy Spirit. Remember the fruit that's inside of your spirit that you can bring out into the world, and declare this over your life in those moments. You can shift the atmosphere.